Good afternoon. I just finished watching moments ago the movie Drive by Nicolas Winding Refn, starring Ryan Gosling. Check out this cast: Ryan Gosling, Carey Mulligan, Bryan Cranston, Christina Hendricks, Ron Perlman, Oscar Isaac, and Albert Brooks. If I haven't sold you on the movie on cast alone, which how can you not love that lineup, I will describe to you this film. It is a neo-noir crime heist racing movie. Well, no, it's all of those things and none of those things. Basically, I'm late to the game on this one. This came out 7 or 8 years ago, 2011. It got a lot of attention, a lot of love. The stylistically it was praised. The soundtrack, the look, the feel, and it deservedly so. I think that this movie is really cool, really beautiful to look at and to hear. Basically, it's the two leads, Ryan Gosling and Carey Mulligan. You're basically watching two beautiful people do beautiful things and listening to beautiful music while they do it. Now, beautiful, I mean, this is a kind of a action thriller with a lot of talk. It's not Fast and the Furious, but it's also not John Wick. It exists somewhere in the middle. I would say it's John. If John Wick had a baby with Baby Driver, and that child went on to outclass and outstrip them both of its parents, it would be Drive. Now, of course, this is my opinion, but I think I enjoy a movie like Drive, or I like Drive a lot more than both the John Wick movies and Baby Driver. Now, I really like the John Wick movies. They're fun. But the charisma and acting ability, as far as I'm concerned, of the two leads, Ryan Gosling far outstrips Keanu Reeves. Okay, I like Keanu a lot in those Wick movies, but he doesn't have the chops that Gosling does. All right, and I don't know if a lot of people would disagree with me on that. I mean, Gosling's a better actor than Keanu. Okay, and they both have a very stoic, kind of angry, quiet demeanor. But when the chips are down, they do what they have to do, if you will. So yes, I very much like Drive. This is the first movie by this director, Nicolas Winding Refn, that I've seen. See, I've heard a lot about this movie over the years, and I heard that it was accused of being boring or not enough action or too much talk. And I think it's a perfect blend. I think it's, or maybe too stylized, but quite honestly, it worked for me. The kind of long sequences of just, like I said, Ryan Gosling doing things to synth pop. Who doesn't want to watch that, right? There's one thing about it that I noticed that I was like, it's a little bit of a detractor, but I think I can explain it away because of the movie that it is. And that is that Carey Mulligan, who's the female lead, has zero agency, -% agency. All she does in this movie is react to what Oscar Isaac or Ryan Gosling do. She's married to Oscar Isaac. She starts a little bit of a relationship with Gosling. I won't say too much about the movie, the events of the film. I don't want to give it away, even though it is an 8-year-old movie. But she doesn't do anything. I think I can, like I said, explain that away by saying that this is a neo-noir. It is a kind of a throwback to, movies of the 70s and 80s where it's a man's movie and the man does the man thing and the woman does the woman thing, and she just, has to go along with it. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm saying it's a bad thing. But what I'm saying is I personally am not going to hold that against this movie. Now, I don't begrudge anybody who does and say I can't really enjoy this movie or really love this movie because of the way the female characters, like I said, Carey Mulligan is the second lead, and then Christina Hendricks has a small part. They don't really, have anything to do or say. They don't have any agency. They react to what the men in the scenes are doing, but like I said, that is kind of the way the movies were made. And this is, even though it takes place in the modern times, it feels very throwbacky to a Taxi Driver or whatever. What were some other movies I saw that I haven't on Wikipedia that like inspired this movie. Uh, to Live and Die in L.A. I think was one. I think people compared Ryan Gosling's character to the Man with No Name, the Clint Eastwood character, because he's so kind of stoic and not verbose at all, you know. And those are movies that where it's the man does it, it's the man's movie, and that's what this movie is. It's very much like that, and so if you can get past that, I think it's a great movie. I had a great time with it. I think it's beautiful. There are several scenes where I was, kind of entranced by it, and other times where it can get. It's not full of action, but it is full of violence at certain times. It's not pervasive, but when the violence happens, it is pretty gruesome and spectacular. So, like I said, if you like a movie like John Wick, and if you liked a movie like Baby Driver, which I like John Wick, I was highly disappointed in Baby Driver. This movie, for my money, is better than both, and it's kind of a mixture of both. So that is my thoughts on Drive. Very much enjoyed it, and I would be interested in checking out some of this guy's other movies. Thanks a lot.